Hello folks, this is Sula speaking, and you're watching a commentary video on League of Legends, this one featuring Annie. In this game, we have been playing 4 versus 5 since the 17-minute mark, since our Olaf player, Pawnstars, disappeared from the game, and he still has not come back, and at this point, we do not expect him to come back. Nevertheless, we're actually doing a pretty good job of it, because this game is dead even, at least in terms of taking down towers. We are able to, because we just killed part of the team and the rest of the team was out of position, we're able to push forward and get another tower at mid. We know that some of the team is coming down from the north. See, look, there's Mundo, so we're going to go and try to proceed to grab these guys. We can see 2 of them are down at the bottom, so they're out of position. I come in and hit Ezreal, but then Mundo comes out of the bushes, so this is trouble for me. I need the rest of my team to come in here. Fortunately, I'm able to stun him there, and then the rest of the team piles in, and we're going to jump all over Mundo. But Kayle shields him with her ultimate, and then Mundo's ultimate is restoring all of his life, unfortunately, so that makes him a bad target. Now, Garen has been chrono shifted, so Garen should just suicide charge into the other team. We'll see if Ryuzaki actually does that. Maybe he will. But it looks like he's not going to, and it looks like that chrono shift ult's going to run out. I think that this is a bad position. I'm telling the guys, you know, we probably shouldn't fight here. They're all around us. We're in their jungle. There's a tower on another side, and then Olaf comes out and flanks us, and that's what's really bad. He comes in from behind when we were starting to get out of there, so he's going to come charge after us, and unfortunately, Olaf's going to kill me. Now 8 manages to get their Olaf as well, or Earthstrike did, excuse me, but weren't able to get them. And then is Earthstrike going to get that last kill on Kayle? Looks like Kayle was able to heal herself, unfortunately. So that was really the first team fight that our team has lost in the entire game. We killed 2 of them, and they killed 3 of us, which normally wouldn't be a bad loss, but the problem is when you're playing down a man, you really can't ever lose team fights. And there's the scoreboard. You can see how we're way out in front. I've got by far the most minion kills in this game. We would be wrecking this team in a fair game, but of course it's not a fair game. When it's 4 versus 5, you just can't ever really afford to lose team fights. The only good news is that we had the lanes pushed pretty far forward, so they're not going to be able to get anything out of this. Earthstrike survived, fortunately, so well done Earthstrike for being able to get out of there, and Earthstrike's going to be able to cover the top lane, which is the only one that's been pushed forward at all, and so we'll be pretty safe there. I'm lining up Abyssal Scepter as my next item. I just finished a Frozen Heart, which gives me more cooldown reduction, so Annie, between Summoner Masteries and the 25% cooldown reduction from Glacial Frozen Heart, Annie should be pretty close to the max cooldown reduction. Should be close to the 40% cap that you can get on it, which will mean more bears, more Tibbers introduced to the rest of the team. And the other thing is their team is almost entirely physical damage. Pretty much all their guys are going attack damage. So having that extra 99 armor is going to make a big difference too. Alright, we're expecting them to push mid, and indeed, here they come. So we're ready for them. We're going to have our team back here and prepared to defend. I'm going through my spells. I just need one more to get my stun ready. And so off it goes. Now I've got my stun up, and Ezreal fires True Shot Barrage, but it does hit us, but it doesn't really do very much. So now we've got 4 of us, and it looks like we've got their team. Looks like there's 4 of them. I see 4 of them mid, or 5 of them mid now, and I'm telling the rest of the team, do we want to back off? But fortunately, I'm able to drop Tibbers right in the middle of their team, get in a lot of hits. Olaf comes forward to try to attack us, which means that we'll be able to hit him with a lot of attacks. They should have shielded him with Morgana's spell shield, but they're not able to pull it off. So a lot of damage goes back and forth on both sides, but looks like this was an inconclusive team fight. Nobody killed, just exchanged some damage on both sides. We might have done better to try to fight by our tower there, so considering that we were outnumbered 4 versus 5, I think we did pretty well, but when you are outnumbered 4 versus 5, you've got to be careful about what fights you pick. So not terrible, not a big mistake, but we probably could have done a little bit better here. So now we're going to back off and try to get them to pursue. If they're stupid, maybe they'll fight us by our tower. That would be the dumbest thing they can do. But looks like they are, in fact, going to do that. We're doing a pretty good job of sucking them in here. I've got my stun back up again, so I'll be able to stun whoever comes in here. And let's see if they'll fight us by our tower. Looks like they're willing to do that. So here we go. Ape's going to charge in and initiate versus Mundo. I'm going to hit him with my spells. Kayle shields him, so he's going to be able to get out of there. Ryuzaki looks like he's trying to get out of there, which is a little bit silly because he does have a Guardian Angel. I'm not sure that was necessary. Our team takes a lot of damage. Ape was chrono shifted, but instead of fighting and taking advantage of the Zilean ultimate, he just runs out of there, so that's a mistake. Little mistake, Ape, you played great in this game, but that was a slight mistake on your part. Should have fought in there. Fortunately, though, I have Tibbers up again, and I'm going to drop Tibbers right into the middle of their team. Tibbers kills all their minions, so the enemy team is going to have to back off. And so, once again, just by a little bit of a hair, we've managed to succeed in pushing back their attack on the tower. And the tower actually doesn't even take much damage, fortunately. So thank you, Tibbers. Tibbers broke up that attack and pretty much by himself saved that tower. Now I'm going to go back to heal because I've taken a lot of damage. And I'm going to buy towards a Abyssal Scepter, which I think will be useful, both for increasing my own magic resist and then lowering the magic resist of the enemy team. Seems like a useful item to buy next. You might think Rylai's, but with Annie's stun, the slow from Rylai's doesn't really do all that much, so I'll go for Abyssal Scepter instead. Now, we can't see the team, so we think maybe they're going towards Baron. Now, notice I stopped buying wards because I was out of inventory slots, and no one else on the team is buying wards. Would have been nice to get some. We have one of the stealth detection wards at mid, which is kind of nice, but I'm not sure how useful that is because there are no invisible champs on the other team, no stealth champs, so I'm not 100% sure how useful that was. Would have been better to get one by Baron. So we check Baron, and the enemy team is not there. Instead, looks like they're mid. So now we're going to go check Dragon. We assume, alright, if they're not at Baron, they're probably over at Dragon. But as it turns out, no, they're not there either. So all four of us are here. We're going to take Dragon for ourselves. So all of us are just watching the minimap. You know, like we can see they're right there. They're right over there, mid. But Ape is prowling around up top and sort of protecting us there. So for whatever reason, they don't come in and fight us. I guess they didn't have a ward at Dragon themselves, and they're too late. We take Dragon for ourselves. Now I'm telling the guys, don't fight here, don't fight here. We need to go fight by our tower. You know, this is not a good situation. Don't come in here from the side. Ryuzaki is not on TeamSpeak with the rest of us, so he can't hear that, but I guess he gets the messages. The rest of us back off. Now, this is a much better looking situation for us here. That whole coming in from the side thing just didn't feel right. Anyway, Mundo's come out, and once again, Kale is coming in from the side. She's in a terrible position, so we're going to drop our stun on us, and invincibility shield or not, Kale's still going to die, so we blow her up rather quickly. Now the other team's Olaf is way out of position. He's just charged in the middle of our team. We're going to kill him as well with some help from Tower Fire. Next, Ezreal comes in and we're going to blow him up as well. Now we're going after Mundo. Everybody is dropping their skills. Is Mundo going to be able to get out of there? Garen, Ryuzaki charges into the fight with Garen, and all of us are unloading our spells. Now Morgana spell shields him, but I'm not sure it's going to matter. All of us are still unloading on him, and spell shield or not, as soon as that comes down, we're going to finish him off, and I end up getting the kill. So we have now fought the enemy team. We got 4 kills. They didn't kill a single one of us, and that fighting 4 versus 5. Unfortunately, we've all taken a ton of damage, so I tell the team, just push, get whatever you can. I'm going to heal up, and then I'm going to immediately teleport back into the fight, so that's what I'm going to do here. As soon as I've healed up, I'm going to teleport back in, and in fact, I'm actually a little bit just below max health, but that works well. Now we've got a huge minion wave pushing up from the bottom, so we're going to push forward, and Morgana's the only one alive on their team. So looks like we'll be able to get at least this tower, possibly the inhibitor. All of us fighting here. So I'm going to go ahead and hit Morgana, and now I'm just going to back out and dodge the tower fire. And then I can't get out. I have never had this happen before. There are so many minions, I cannot get out of the base. What I should do is pop Ghost and run through them, because Ghost lets you run through minions, but I actually have to go all the way down there to dodge Tower Fire, and I still can't get out of the base. There are too many minions blocking me. This is just ridiculous, so I have to run out the front of the base, and sadly, all of my life has gone away because I've been forced to take Tower Fire all that time. I've never seen anything happen like this before, where you just have so many minions, you literally can't get out of the enemy base. So, mistake on my part, I guess. I've never seen anything happen like that before. The minions actually prevented me getting out, and now if I was in this fight, we'd be able to kill both Ezreal and Morgana, but unfortunately, we're not able to kill either of them, and I'm just kicking myself for that whole situation. So, as it turns out, we're not going to get that tower, and we're not going to be able to get that inhibitor, in large part because of the Tower Fire I was taking there. So big mistake on our part. Bad misplay. Stupid minions. That's what you get for getting in my way. Meanwhile, the other team's Mundo is trying to backdoor us, and I go back to take care of that, but I don't have teleport up, so I'm not able to get there in time, and they get another tower, which is, again, really frustrating because they keep doing these, you know, suicide attacks and just taking advantage of the fact that they have more players than us. I mean, not that I blame them. I'd do the same thing in their situation, but it is frustrating to be outplaying this team so enormously and be struggling like this. Alright, I push back the top lane just a little bit. I mean, I stay there as long as I can, but then we see the other team coming towards mid, so we're going to have to defend that once again. And once again, I got my stun up, so if they try to come in here, I'll be able to throw Tibbers on them. Instead, it looks like they're not going for middle lane. Instead, it looks like they might be going for Baron, so we're going to push over here and check that. Once again, we should have wards up, but I stopped buying them, and no one else is buying them, apparently. So, no, it looks like they're not going for Baron. Instead, they're just around Baron, and there's a couple of them here, so I'm going to drop Tibbers right into the middle of the fight, and it looks like we're in good shape here. We kill Ezreal immediately, and then we kill Mundo immediately, but for whatever reason, we're not able to... we're having trouble. We're not able to get Olaf, and then I get slowed by Morgana. I get hit by the Morgana ultimate, and Olaf is, of course, using his ultimate, which makes him really tough to kill. And so, unfortunately, they're able to kill us. And two of them survive with, like, no health left. Olaf survives, you know, with 5% of his health left. And, of course, with his ultimate, you know, he's doing non-stop critical hits the whole time. So, that was a mistake. We should have been able to kill Olaf there. Our inability to kill Olaf was why we lost that team fight. So, I mean, we exchanged 3 kills for 2, I guess. 3 kills for 2, so it's not like we got wrecked in that fight, but if you know, you can't ever afford to lose team fights when you're playing 4 versus 5, so unfortunately we're screwed. And Ryuzaki finally notices that we've been missing Olaf, and I'm like, we've been missing Olaf for the past 30 minutes, so Ryuzaki, your powers of deduction were lacking a bit there. Needless to say, Earthstrike's going to have to hold this tower, and Earthstrike does a great job. He double bombs one of the enemy minions, and then what a lot of people don't realize is that if Zilean double bombs a minion, as soon as it dies, everyone in the radius will take the blast damage. So Earthstrike single-handedly pushes back that assault on our tower and saves probably both our tower and our inhibitor. So again, amazing job, Earthstrike. You possibly saved the game for us right there. At least you're keeping it in doubt at this point. So just a fantastic play, and now the rest of us will be back up again, and we'll be able to survive. So our middle lane tower has in fact survived and held on. Now Morgana is going to teleport in, which is a mistake because the rest of the team has left, but fortunately she gets off a great stun, and it looks like she's going to get away. We're going to pursue down to mid, but I don't think that we're going to be able to get her, and so we're back to sort of a stalemate. Anyway, thanks for watching once again. This will be concluded one way or another next time in Part 5, the final.
We need to isolate one of them and kill him. And I think the whole group is dead.